When I say Emily, y'all say Olsen. Emily. Emily. All right, people, this is what's going to happen. So one night I was there looking at musicians and going through Instagram, and then a voice came into my head. I thought it was an angel, but it wasn't. It was Emily. And she was singing with a wonderful voice. So guess what I did? I slid into her DM, and she didn't answer me for like 3 weeks. But eventually we got there, and Emily is all the way from the Yorkshire land, God's own country. And she's coming down, moving to London to give us the sweet music. Emily believes that she can cure the world one song at a time. And she's here to help people understand that they can be their authentic self. Ladies and gentlemen, I give it the one, the only, Emily Olsen.
Sorry, I'm a little bit short.
Emily.
Julian.
What's wrong with you?
I'm nervous.
All right. Emily, you're from Hull.
I am.
And you have moved to London to chase the horizons, chase your dream, release music, and be your authentic self. Now, Korak has a podcast, people. It's broken down into podcasts, it's broken down into the live music sector. Emily is episode 27, so please go on YouTube, like, subscribe, hit that button, more things. Yeah.
More things.
Thank you very much. Do all that, and then you can listen to the long version, and she talks about her life and the difficulties. But why was it important for you to, when we had the conversation, one of the things you mentioned was, growing up you went through anxiety, and you're learning to control it, you're learning to be better, and you believe people need to be themselves. Why is that important for you to spread that message?
I think it's very easy for everybody to focus on what's wrong with them and forget that there's something wrong with all of us. I think it's nice to hear somebody else say it so you feel more comfortable that you can say it.
Do you think there's anything wrong with me?
Do you want me to answer honestly or lie? You need to give me like a wink or something.
Look, give me one lie and one honesty.
That's too much pressure.
Too much.
Too much pressure, yeah.
I have to guess which one's which. I like it. Okay, so say the first one.
I think the band know you better. I think they should probably do this. And I can watch you guys have them.
Okay, cool. David, say one terrible thing about it. Just say something and let the crowd decide if it's true or not about me.
Are you?
Yeah.
Julian can do, I kid you not, 4 back handsprings in a row.
So back to Emily. So your first song is Broken, and it is describing something a situation you went through. Mm-hmm. But you also find it very important that to let people know that when you're going through this situation, they can voice it and not keep it in. How did the song come about? The song is called Broken.
It is.
And how was Broken derived?
Well, originally it was arrived when I was like 16 or something. I was at school and I was having a really bad time. I'm sure many of us in the room have had either an anxiety attack or something that feels like it. And you know, especially when you're young, you're a bit more emotional. I'm still emotional, but anyways. I just sort of poured everything out, and then when I got older, I made it sound good. Is how it basically worked.
So I grew up in, I don't know if you can tell, but the accent is very different. So I grew up in a very beautiful combination of like California and Dubai, Nigeria. So
like the same as home.
Yeah. So I grew up there, and you are not allowed to be anxious, or you have to earn it. You have to earn anxiousness. But how did you feel? Was that a message you were trying to tell people, and they just couldn't understand you? In terms of how you felt in certain situations?
I think it's talking about something that serious can make people very uncomfortable, because it takes a while to become comfortable in that sort of space, just with yourself, let alone with other people. So especially when you're even younger, it's a hard thing to talk to somebody else about, because they feel uncomfortable, you feel uncomfortable. It's just not a nice experience, really.
Ladies and gentlemen, Emily Olsen, Broken.
fingers running through my hair, voices messing with my brain. I don't know what's going on, but it's driving me insane. Shadows on the corridor, homemade river on my floor. It don't matter what I do, I am broken, I am empty, and I'm begging for someone to help me, 'cause I'm fighting something that I can't see. It's just me against me. Breathe in, breathe out. Don't listen to what they're talking about. Head down, don't swim while you're drowned. You can't do that. Don't dare make a sound. Broken, I am empty, and I'm begging for someone to help me, 'cause I'm fighting something that they can't see. And it's everyone against me. All against me. There's just one thing you can't see. You're not broken, you're not empty. You're just human, kinda like me. You are fighting something that I can see. And there's more people like me. And there's more people like me.
When I say Emily, y'all say Olsen. Emily, Emily. I have never wanted to be depressed in my life till now. That is a song. I like it. First of all, what did they give you guys up in Hall? You wrote that song when you were 16. Do you know what I was doing at 16?
I don't think I want to know what you was doing at 16.
So, with the messages, one of the things, the lines in the song is, you're not broken, you're not empty. You're just human, just like me. That tells you, I mean, see, your Spotify streaming me, I've increased it by at least 3,000. Just so that you know.
I'm going to hold you to that.
100%. I got to take like £2 off the streaming services. So, one of the questions I asked you at the podcast was, do you ever get to a point that you feel comfortable and you don't think you could be anxious at all?
This is going to be even more depressing, but I don't think that. I think it probably is possible. I haven't reached that point yet, honestly. I've got to the point where I'm okay with it and I can find a way to deal with it. And I have a lot of friends that are there to support me through it. I hope it is possible, but I also don't think it's wrong if you have that feeling inside forever.
See, when this song, what we're going to do is we're going to get a movie. This song will be the soundtrack to it.
Okay.
Trust me, just imagine. First of all, London needs it. You know, phone tap.
We're all depressed.
All that. Politics. I am broken. I am empty. Yeah, I like it. Your next song, you're a big advocate of people to be their natural self. When we had this conversation, I told you, I think it's one of the worst advice you can give anybody. Be yourself. It's
The
like
worst advice anyone could give you is at what you actually said.
I'm wonderful. My sister is here. She can attest to that.
We'll find out later.
Yes, so I'm wonderful. But the reason I say it's one of the worst advice is I think people live in a very delusional mindset where they feel being yourself means you cannot change for the better. But you believe be yourself so you can enhance yourself to be even better. Semantics, you get it? Yeah? So, once again, we've gone from expressing yourself during your anxious times and then be your authentic self. The question is simple. Why is that important?
Because it'd be a bit boring if we were all the same, wouldn't it?
It depends. Yeah. Imagine if we had... Cool. Your next song, Freakshow, which is not what all of you are thinking, but it is all about being your authentic self, and it's your latest release.
It is. The music video came out today.
Yay! So, would you say, in terms of being your authentic self, what's the best thing about yourself, going through everything you've gone through, that you could say or share with anybody?
I mean, I'm stood here, I'm not crying, so that's progress. And I feel very open to be my weird and wonderful self, so I'm chilling.
I like it. Ladies and gentlemen, Emily Olssen, Freakshow. Where's your phone?
In my pocket.
Yeah, wait, how do you talk to your mom? Video call, right?
FaceTime.
Yeah, FaceTime. She wanted to say so hello.
She's gonna kill me.
That's fine, just FaceTime her. Let's FaceTime her, make sure she's dressed. And then, yeah, FaceTime.
If you don't see me again, it's his fault, okay?
What's your mom's name?
Cheryl.
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 Mrs. Olsen.
She's replied and she's dressed, but I'm so sorry. This was forced upon me. Yeah.
Cheryl, baby. Cheryl, I'm sorry you couldn't be here to see Emily. However, just to get the validation that you have an amazing offspring, we are going to give you a beautiful Maltese. So everybody in the crowd is enjoying your daughter. So Cheryl, this is for you. Cheryl, get yourself to London, man. And even if you can't come with your man, I'll be here. Sweet? All right, there you go. All right, cool. So with somebody like you that is very your authentic self, you like to speak your mind, you like to be there. Your next song is about understanding the ups and downs happening around us in our society and all that. Where do you think, not to be too political,
okay,
but, just tone it down a little. What do you think could be better is the question. Everybody knows things are terrible for those of you that voted Brexit. I will tell you the truth, man. I was a Remain guy. Have you seen the chicks from Eastern Europe? They're amazing. But I wanted them to stay. That's why I voted Remain. I don't have anybody else. Nothing to do with the economy, nothing like that shit. Just keep the French women and Romanians in. I'm Polish, sorry. So yeah, what do you think is your solution?
I think if you work 40 hours a week, you shouldn't have to stress about affording rent and food. Facts, right?
That's good, man. That's good. We're gonna add our next call on video guy will be Elon Musk. But let me not talk too much, people. Emily Olssen, her next song is about what's going on in the system and how can we change it. Ladies and gentlemen, Emily Olssen, Silenced.
But is it worth tears every night? You can't give up, no. You can't go backwards, you gotta grow. The lump in my throat holds me back, and it's starting to learn that this isn't what I was meant for. I wanna close this fucking door. I'm grown and I'm tired and hopeless, being devoured by shame. Is my passport. It's always screaming. Can anybody hear me? Am I all alone? Is anybody on the other side of the phone? Am I alone? Go to sleep more like have a nap. Want some lunch? Supposed to be young and thriving, more like barely surviving. Give a hand and they take your arm, then they silence your alarm. You don't know you're falling, past your dreams and you're falling. This isn't what we were made for. We're surrounded by doors. If you feel like it's wrong, why don't you look there? Come on. It's never enough for us to live. Never enough for us to live.
Emily, all of us are taking you to our bosses tomorrow. There's no reason why we should work 40, 50, 60 hours and not be able to buy at least 3 mansions. It's terrible. People, this is where, at this point in time, you can ask Emily any question or anything you want to find out about Emily. So, any questions, people? Yes, sir.
Two questions. Firstly, you remind me of singer from primary, like you the singer from primary, voice kind of but anyway, I was gonna maybe too early, I don't know, but I was gonna ask you kind of inspired you, cheesy question, I don't know, but maybe listen to growing up. The second one was about your first song actually. And you said that you wrote the song when you were 16, I think, right? And it was at the beginning I could understand that. It's a song, teenage struggles, anxiety, as you said. But then it kind of turned into almost something, felt like almost like an emancipation. Like you were owning it and then actually trying to give advice to the other person. Like, is that what you were doing when you were 16, or was that like a remix when you got older?
Yeah, that was kind of something, like, especially the end part, that was more and more when you sort of, growing up, you meet a lot more people with the same kind of feelings that are more open to share with you. So I find that specifically when other people are welcoming to share their stories with you, it makes you feel better about your own. And that's sort of what I wanted to do with the end of that.
And you did that at 16?
No, bloody hell, no. No, that was a more recent development.
And question number 1, who inspired you?
Growing up, I listened to a lot of, I'm a musical theatre kid, to be honest with you, so a lot of, a lot of like stories, storytelling, that kind of thing, and that's why I knew I wanted to make music that I had something to say with my music, kind of thing. Yeah.
Right, any questions for Emily? Don't be shy, people. Ask away. No?
I know I'm really scary, but I promise I don't bite.
Any questions, people? No? Cool. These people really know you really well, or something.
It's not a good thing.
It's not. It's all good. Okay, so at 16, you definitely have the most mature mind ever. But it seems like, how is your journey going through healing yourself and being your authentic self going?
Going well, I think.
You sure?
Yeah, I think so. Are you not sure? Should we have a conversation after this?
No. My medical license expired.
Oh, okay.
So what I do is I treat it with percentage drinks.
Okay.
Yes, aka alcohol.
That sounds good. We can try that, definitely.
Yep,
I think so.
you should. Want a shot?
Always.
Yeah.
My daytime job is bartending, by the way, if you haven't guessed.
It's kryptonite. Emily, you are about to sing your last song. And the song is about pretty much you doing the middle finger to the system.
It is.
Do you feel if the rest of us do a middle finger, will that help the system? Or we just let them know that they are crap?
I mean, it's always helpful to know that they are crap, I think. I don't know if it will change the system or not, if we all do it, but I mean, it's more of a chance than if just one person does it, isn't it, really?
Cool. We were at rehearsals and I told the Backliners what I'm about to tell you. And let me see if it's the same reaction. So, because these guys, I was surprised. I mean, this guy can barely tie his shoelace. But I was so surprised. So, I've never voted in my life. You see? It's not that big a shock. Why were you so shocked?
You have strong views about like politics. Like,
You're a very passionate person.
Everything. And I was just like, what?
Yeah, this guy was confused. We were like, what? How? Oh my God! So I've never voted. So, but your song is saying F the system, pretty much. The name of the song is crazy. And what I'm trying to understand is, if you F the system, then what system would we have?
That's something for somebody much smarter than me to figure out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, before your last song, where can people find you, and what is up to you? What is next?
So my first 2 songs are released. They're on Spotify, Amazon, Apple, YouTube, all that stuff. The last song and this one is going to be on an EP coming out in summertime, and you can find me on Instagram. That's where I do most of my stuff.
You need to tell them your name.
Oh yeah, I'm Emily Olssen, like the Olsen twins, but with an extra S.
Ladies and gentlemen, telling your story, being on Korak Live Music Events, performing her last song with the Backliners, Emily Olssen, Crazy.
This one's a bit more fun.
Martins.